GTA 3 SAM. In Grand Theft Auto 3, the mission SAM is one of the most dangerous tasks players face. It is given by Donald Love late in the story and involves intercepting a plane carrying a cargo of weapons. The mission begins with Claude traveling to the Francis International Airport to meet the incoming plane. The player must use a rocket launcher to shoot down the plane as it passes overhead. This alone is risky, since aiming the launcher at the right angle while avoiding police attention can easily lead to failure. Once the plane is destroyed, its cargo is dropped into the waters near the docks. The player must quickly reach the docks and recover the packages before the authorities arrive. At this point, multiple waves of heavily armed Colombian cartel members appear. They are equipped with powerful weapons, and their numbers make the fight overwhelming if the player is not fully prepared. The danger of SAM lies in its combination of mechanics: a timed aerial interception, a chaotic gun battle at the docks, and constant police interference. Many players struggled because a single mistake, missing the plane, losing health to cartel gunfire, or attracting too much police attention meant mission failure. GTA Vice City. Keep your friends close. In Grand Theft Auto Vice City, the final mission, Keep Your Friends Close is one of the most dangerous climaxes in the series. It takes place entirely inside Tommy Vercetti's mansion, turning his home into a fortress under siege. The mission begins with Tommy under betrayal and attack. Lance Vance switches sides and joins forces with Sonny Forelli, the mob boss who comes to Vice City demanding repayment. What follows is an all-out assault. Wave after wave of heavily armed enemies storm the mansion, entering from multiple directions at once. Players must defend both the interior and exterior of the mansion. Enemies attack with automatic weapons, often in large groups, and their aggressive AI means they rush Tommy's position quickly. At the same time, the player must keep moving, as staying in one place makes it easy to be overwhelmed. The battle escalates when Lance Vance himself enters the fight. He has more health than standard enemies and is armed with powerful weapons. After Lance is defeated, the final confrontation with Sonny Forelli begins. Sonny is equipped with a strong weapon loadout and is surrounded by his own men, making the last moments of the mission especially punishing. The danger of Keep Your Friends Close comes from its intensity. There are no breaks, no safe zones, and no easy way to restock health or armor mid-mission. Many players remember it as one of the most chaotic GTA finales, requiring constant awareness, quick reflexes, and smart use of cover. GTA San Andreas. Wrong Side of the Tracks. In Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the mission Wrong Side of the Tracks is infamous for its difficulty and frustration. It is assigned by Big Smoke in Los Santos and tasks CJ with chasing down a group of Vagos gang members riding on top of a moving train. The mission setup is deceptively simple. CJ must drive a dirt bike alongside the train, while Big Smoke, riding as the passenger, attempts to shoot the Vagos gang members. However, the challenge comes from the precision required. The player must keep the bike perfectly aligned with the moving train while avoiding obstacles such as traffic, bridges, and oncoming trains. The mission is dangerous because the enemies on top of the train are hard to hit. Big Smoke's poor aim means he frequently misses, even if the player lines up the bike correctly. If CJ slows down, the enemies escape. If he goes too fast, the bike crashes or derails from the narrow path alongside the tracks. Failure is easy and common. A single crash usually forces a restart, and many players remember Big Smoke's famous line, "All we had to do was follow the damn train," a phrase that became a meme across the GTA community. Wrong Side of the Tracks is remembered not only for its danger, but also for the frustration it caused. It required precision driving in a game with clunky motorcycle controls, making it one of the standout difficult missions in the entire series. GTA San Andreas. Supply lines. In Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the mission supply lines is widely regarded as one of the hardest in the game, largely because of its unique mechanics and strict limitations. It is given by Zero, the eccentric RC hobbyist in San Fierro, and puts CJ in control of a small remote-controlled airplane. The goal of the mission is to destroy a series of delivery vans operated by rival businesses. The RC plane is armed with machine guns, but the challenge comes from its extremely limited fuel supply. Every second spent flying drains the tank, meaning the player must complete the mission quickly and without mistakes. The danger of supply lines comes from multiple factors at once. The plane is fragile, easily damaged by enemy gunfire or collisions with buildings. The machine guns require precise aim to destroy the moving vehicles, and the fuel meter constantly pushes the player to take risks, cutting down the margin for error. Many players struggled because the mission demanded precise flying in a game not designed for detailed flight controls at such a small scale. Crashing the plane, running out of fuel, or failing to destroy the vans in time were all common outcomes. Supply lines became infamous in the GTA community, often cited as one of the most frustrating missions in the series. Its combination of time pressure, fragile equipment, and awkward controls made it a true test of patience and precision. GTA 4. Three-Leaf Clover. In Grand Theft Auto 4, the mission Three-Leaf Clover is one of the most dangerous and memorable heist missions in the series. It is given by Packy McCreary and involves Nico Bellic helping the McCreary brothers rob the Bank of Liberty in Algonquin. The mission begins with a tense setup inside the bank, where Nico and the McCrearys take hostages and force the tellers to open the vault. Once the alarm is triggered, the mission turns into a massive shootout against waves of Liberty City Police Department officers. The firefight inside the bank is intense, with police rushing in heavily armed and wearing body armor. After escaping the vault, the crew must fight their way through multiple blocks of Algonquin while under constant fire. Police cars, SWAT units, and snipers make the escape extremely difficult, and players must manage scarce health and armor while trying to protect Packy and his brothers. The mission's danger lies in its scale. Unlike typical GTA missions, the shootout lasts for a prolonged time, with dozens of enemies and little chance to resupply. Losing cover for even a few seconds often results in death. On top of that, the AI companions can be killed, causing an automatic failure if they are not protected. Three-Leaf Clover is remembered by fans as one of the best missions in the series, praised for its cinematic feel and sheer difficulty. It set the standard for large-scale heists in GTA, directly inspiring GTA 5's later approach to multi-phase heist missions. GTA 4, The Lost and Damned, Get Lost. In Grand Theft Auto 4, The Lost and Damned, the mission Get Lost serves as the violent finale to Johnny Klebitz's story. It is one of the most dangerous missions in the episodes from Liberty City expansion, because it combines betrayal, high-intensity combat, and the collapse of the Lost Motorcycle Club. The mission begins after internal conflict tears the Lost apart. Billy Gray, the club's president, betrays Johnny by making a secret deal with federal agents and rival gangs. This betrayal triggers a final showdown inside Alderney State Correctional Facility, where Johnny and his loyal brothers storm the prison to eliminate Billy once and for all. The danger of Get Lost lies in its brutal combat. Players must fight through heavily armed prison guards, rival bikers, and Billy's loyalists inside confined spaces. Cover is limited, and enemies carry powerful weapons such as shotguns and assault rifles. The tight corridors and constant ambushes make it easy to be overwhelmed. After defeating Billy in a final confrontation, Johnny and the surviving members of the Lost ride away, symbolically burning their clubhouse to sever ties with the gang's destructive past. Get Lost is remembered as one of the most dangerous missions not only for its combat, but also for its emotional weight. It marks the violent end of a brotherhood, forcing the player to survive betrayal and chaos while watching the destruction of the gang Johnny had fought to protect. GTA 5, The Big Score. Obvious approach. In Grand Theft Auto 5, the mission The Big Score is the largest heist in the game, and in its obvious approach, one of the most dangerous missions in the series. Planned by Michael, Franklin, and Trevor, it involves robbing the Union Depository, the most secure bank in Los Santos. The mission begins with the crew using modified drilling equipment to break into the vault. Once inside, they load up massive amounts of gold bullion. The real danger begins during the escape. Police forces and NOOSE teams immediately swarm the area, attacking with heavy weapons, explosives, and armored vehicles. The crew must fight through waves of law enforcement while carrying gold that slows movement and limits options. Enemy fire is constant, and helicopters add another layer of threat from above. On top of this, the mission forces players to coordinate with crew members, meaning poor choices in hiring or planning can lead to complications or even deaths. The obvious approach is especially dangerous because it emphasizes brute force. Unlike the subtle approach, which relies on deception, this path triggers maximum police resistance. The result is one of GTA 5's longest and most intense firefights, pushing the player to survive overwhelming odds until the crew finally escapes with the gold. The Big Score stands out as a true test of endurance. It combines heavy combat, strategic choices, and high stakes, making it one of the most dangerous heists ever designed in the GTA series. GTA 5, Minor Turbulence. In Grand Theft Auto 5, the mission Minor Turbulence is one of Trevor Phillips' most dangerous assignments, combining aerial combat, military hardware, and an almost impossible escape sequence. The mission begins with Trevor ambushing a weapons deal at Mackenzie Airfield. After killing the arms dealers, Trevor uses a Cuban 800 plane to intercept a massive cargo aircraft, carrying military-grade weapons. The danger starts immediately. Trevor must fly dangerously close to the much larger plane while dodging gunfire from its defenses. Once inside, the mission escalates into a brutal firefight in the cargo bay. Trevor fights armed Merryweather mercenaries inside tight quarters where cover is scarce and enemies are well equipped. Gunfire is constant, and grenades can wipe Trevor out quickly if the player is careless. After clearing the plane, Trevor attempts to take control. However, fighter jets intercept the cargo plane, and the mission reaches its climax. The aircraft is shot down over Blaine County. Trevor must parachute to safety as the plane explodes mid-air, creating one of the most cinematic and dangerous sequences in the game. Minor turbulence is remembered as a mission that constantly escalates. It forces the player to survive an air-to-air interception, a claustrophobic gunfight, and a chaotic crash sequence, all within a few minutes. For many players, it stands as one of Trevor's most thrilling and hazardous missions in GTA 5. GTA 5 By the Book. In Grand Theft Auto 5, the mission By the Book is notorious not because of difficulty for the player, but because of the disturbing nature of its mechanics. It is given by Steve Haynes of the FIB, and involves Trevor carrying out a brutal interrogation on a target named K while Michael simultaneously carries out an assassination. The mission forces the player as Trevor to use a series of torture tools, including a wrench, pliers, jumper cables, and waterboarding equipment to extract information. Unlike other missions, the danger here lies in the ethical discomfort and controversy surrounding the gameplay. The player is required to choose methods of torture and cannot progress without inflicting severe harm on the captive. While Michael's side of the mission involves stealth and a sniper shot, Trevor's half is remembered for how Rockstar deliberately removed choice. No matter what the player does, the interrogation must be carried out, creating tension between the game's satire and the player's role in it. The danger of By the Book is symbolic rather than mechanical. It highlights the lengths to which government agencies and criminals will go to achieve their goals, and it forces players into one of the most uncomfortable sequences in the series. Within the GTA community, By the Book remains infamous as one of the most controversial missions ever created. It stands out not for firefights or explosions, but for the psychological weight and criticism it attracted outside the game. GTA Online Pacific Standard Heist Finale. In GTA Online, the Pacific Standard Job Finale is widely regarded as one of the most dangerous heist missions in the entire game. It requires 4 players to rob the Pacific Standard Bank in downtown Los Santos, and the mission's length, difficulty, and coordination demands make it infamous. The mission begins with the crew storming the bank and forcing hostages under control. While one player manages the crowd, others crack open the vault and load duffel bags with cash. From here, the danger increases dramatically. Once the money is secured, waves of heavily armed police and NOOSE units descend on the bank. Players must fight their way through the streets while carrying loot bags that slow movement and make them vulnerable. If any player holding money is killed, cash is dropped and permanently lost, raising the stakes of every encounter. The escape is the most punishing phase. After battling through roadblocks, snipers, and armored enemies, players must ride dirt bikes down narrow mountain paths while under police pursuit. Crashing the bikes or being shot during this sequence is common, often forcing restarts even late in the mission. The finale concludes with a daring boat escape, but reaching it intact requires near-perfect teamwork. Poor coordination or a single mistake can cause mission failure, especially on higher difficulties. Within the GTA community, the Pacific Standard Finale earned a reputation as both thrilling and frustrating. It combines long shootouts, strict teamwork, and one of the hardest escape routes in GTA history, making it one of the most dangerous missions ever designed in the series. If you want to go even deeper into the world of GTA 5, don't miss our breakdown of every major gang, their colors, turf, and hidden details you never noticed. Click here and dive in.